Hey guys, so the 100's back with a new episode after yet another 2-week break. I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait. It just left off crazy with Bartholomew poisoning Octavia. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't seen any of the previews. This is my reaction to the 100, Season 5, Episode 9, Sic Semper Tyrannis. Mercury's pissed.
Still alive, I see.
My people know you didn't trade for me. Some of them are even calling for your head.
Well, then it's a good thing my people have all the guns. I had them locked up when you came home.
Smart. Is he gonna betray her? Wait, what did he say?
Am I early?
No, Vincent. You're right on time.
Oh. Never mind.
It worked. She built it. Exactly. A war's coming. We're still on the same team, right? Right? Good. Then we're agreed. Rory was the alpha dog. Shaw told you I was. You want to weaken the enemy? What's weaker than an enemy at war with itself? He's being John Murphy.
What did he say to him? It just like made him go up and punch the other guy. Yeah, I don't want them to kill Shaw, so I vote Civil War.
If she wakes up.
She will.
Oh, she will.
Murphy was fine.
Poison my little sister, Clarke.
Hey,
We'll head back to Shallow Valley. Together.
They said together. Nice bed.
Because she might have been poisoned. That's why. Nyla, that's enough.
Did Bellamy not tell Indra that he poisoned her? I don't think Indra knows. Keep with the dialysis treatment. They need to prepare for succession. Who's gonna succeed her?
I'll negotiate a one crew to enter the valley peacefully.
You're not in command here.
Shit, I knew it.
Not even over the 1st Battalion. Bloodreina gave that honor to me.
He's Sky Crew.
There is no Sky Crew, you know that.
In the absence of a commander, the clan delegates should reassemble and choose the next leader.
Blasphemy. Miller's right. There are no more clans. Only one crew. And enemies of one crew.
Bellamy, what have you done? This is gonna be another civil war.
No, I'm not asking you to follow me. I'm asking you to follow Octavia. Yesterday she ordered us to march on the valley, so we march!
I didn't expect one crew to surrender.
We need a real commander.
Clarke's not gonna want that.
Not. She will see what peace is like with her own eyes, and she will understand. I know it.
The answer is no.
Raven, Murphy, and Maury are my family. I'm sorry. This is happening.
Don't you tell me. Tell me. No!
Oh my god. Clarke's gonna lose her shit. Or Clarke lost her shit. Like, Maddie's her daughter, and the last thing she wanted was for Maddie to be commander, and now they're gonna try to put the flame in Maddie. She did everything she could to take down Octavia, and it didn't work. And I knew it wasn't gonna work because I did not think the Grounders would surrender at all. I didn't think that'd be a possibility for them, but damn. I knew, like, someone was gonna say, yesterday she told us that we were gonna march, so we're gonna march because that was her last order. I knew someone was gonna say that. Miller, though. Miller. Oh my god. The 100 have come such a long way. And this just shows Miller's loyalty to Octavia. God, we have a civil war going on in Eligius, and now we are gonna have a civil war going on in the bunker. I'm sorry, but I knew taking out Octavia wouldn't really do much. I just felt that taking out Octavia would only divide one crew. wish it looks like it has. Because you have those who are loyal to Octavia, and you have those who are scared of her.
Get all that treatment. She didn't tell you.
Knew it.
What you're saying is true. You should get your friends and go. As agreed. Before the bloodshed starts.
Curie and Murphy just...
The pilots do.
They're gonna take Shaw with them.
Just once, I wish we could have a casual conversation. This isn't it. I'm their only pilot. They'll never stop looking for me. That means you will never be safe. I don't know why I care about that. Maybe it's your easygoing charm.
Let me put it to you like this, Shaw. Either you come with us, or we'll kill you. How's that crazy going?
We'll have to work on it.
I love them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm in.
Yes.
Real warriors hate war, Gaia.
And yet all you wanted me to do was follow in your footsteps.
But you are as responsible for what Octavia became as I am. Bloodreina was a leader we needed then. We need a true commander now.
The child must choose.
I'm liking Gaia. Clarke wouldn't want this.
Now that Clarke knows about this?
Yeah. She doesn't approve.
They keep saying this is how we stop the war, and yet it just keeps the dialysis. Murphy didn't have dialysis to filter his blood.
Brother poisoned me.
No! No!
No one is leaving this room.
Jackson! Did she just kill Jackson? You know, if Miller finds out about this, they're dead. You just killed the man who's in charge of the 1st Battalion and is currently in charge of leading the army's boyfriend. And you just betrayed Octavia right to her face. It was one thing for her to not believe in what Octavia was doing, because what Octavia was doing wasn't right. But another thing to betray her, like, to her face. Oh my god, my heart. I'm gonna have a panic attack. Oh my god. Bellamy, Indra, and Clarke are so dead when Octavia gets out of that. I don't think... Is Indra capable of killing Octavia? I mean, she loves her like a daughter. Oh my god, and Octavia has now been betrayed by her brother and Indra to her face. Oh, she is Bloodreina all the way. Like, now I don't think she has any emotional attachments anymore. Her emotional attachments were to Bellamy and Indra. Even though people say that she was totally gone, she didn't arrest Bellamy, even though she knew. She didn't arrest Indra when she let Kane escape. Like, she doubted Indra. That's why she didn't tell her about the worms. And yet, knowing that she helped Kane escape and knowing that's treason, she didn't arrest them and make them fight in the arena. Same with Bellamy with the whole, like, killing Cooper. And now, her two things that were holding her on by a string, if that, have betrayed her. And she's gonna lose her shit. Like, she is Bloodreina all the way now. Shaw's sleeping with Raven. Oh, dang. I still really like Dude.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Murphy. Dioza, get out of there.
Without Dioza, that all goes away.
Whoops.
She's right, though. Octavia would never surrender.
Along with Kane.
Ah,
John!
he cares. Dioza. Dioza. Oh my god, Mercury's gonna find out she's pregnant. Mercury's gonna find out she's pregnant. Oh my god, so much is happening. Shit, this woman is badass. Just kill McCreary.
It's a girl, by the way.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's still alive. I knew this bastard couldn't die that fast.
I'm ashamed of you. And I'm afraid of you. Of what you've become. Survived that because of me. You stood there and watched. I shouldn't have let you shoulder that burden alone.
Cannot wait for the Dark Year episode. Stood there and watched what?
They poisoned Octavia, and now they want to replace her. Wait, guard up.
She's gonna let Clarke go. And Clarke's gonna stop Maddie. Oh my god.
She's in there.
Oh my god, is she gonna go kill Octavia?
He's there to kill me. I can't let anything happen to Maddie. The only person who wants Maddie to be commander less than me is you.
Yeah. She has to wait until she can take out the flame.
Arrest the traitors.
She still feels something, but she is like gone now because they betrayed her, and they were like the last people she thought would. But she was right in that if Clarke killed her, her people would retaliate and Maddie would never be safe. So it was smarter for Clarke to go with Octavia. Clarke's gonna have to wait until Maddie wakes up to be able to take out the flame. Oh, she hit Bellamy. Oh my god. Oh my god, this episode's almost over. No. They're gonna fight in the arena. Dude, but Miller and Nyla, they are loyal to Octavia. Again, I feel like that says a lot. And Indra saying that she feared her says a lot too. And that part where she said about the Dark Year, and she was like, don't talk about the Dark Year, and she's like, I let you carry the burden yourself. And like Indra was saying, I am partly responsible for what you became. And then Octavia saying, you stood there and watched. And with like her eyes and her expression. I need to know more about the Dark Year. I think that's like 2 episodes away.
That thing.
That thing. Vincent's gonna help. I like Vincent. He's an interesting character. Holy shit.
You served with honor in the royal guard of Lexa Country Crew.
Holy shit. Yeah, knew it. Someone's watching.
Gaia, Indra, and Bellamy will die.
They made their choice.
Oh my god.
The Nightblood child did not recite the lineage, and therefore not the true commander. Instead, she ran, abandoning all of us.
She is not one crew. She is an enemy of one crew. And like all of our enemies,
She will be dealt with.
That's her family and
First, we have a war to win.
oh my god. The end scene though. Oh my god. I've been telling people she's still there, but she has this mask of Bloodreina on because of everything she's had to do to survive. Everything she's had to do as Bloodreina to survive is what she became. But you could see it every now and then You could see in when she talked to Cain in episode 4, you could just, her face, like her eyes, oh my god, the acting in this, her eyes, at one point when she was talking to Cain, you could see just like, I wasn't completely sure, but it looked like it was there, and then she kind of pulled herself back together and was like, tell me who took the pills. You could see it when Bellamy came down. Oh my god. She was just, and I think it's in the script too, she just went back to the girl under the floor. She dropped her sword and everything and ran to her brother. Like, she loves her brother. And she may say love is weakness, and the reason she says that, and the reason Lexa said that, is because when someone you love betrays you or dies, it breaks you. Lexa lost Kostya, and that broke her, and she didn't want to love again. Octavia lost Lincoln, and that like took her down a dark path. Losing Lincoln took her down this dark path of revenge until she killed Pike, and then she killed Pike, and then she didn't feel like she had anything anymore. So she followed Rowan and tried to keep the peace in the best way she could, and then she won the conclave. When she first became the leader, she didn't want to do a population reduction. She didn't want the clans to fight, but like Indra said, she became the leader they needed at that time. And obviously this is a different time. They need a different kind of leader. I agree that they need a different type of leader to get them through this. What she became is what she had to in order for one crew to survive. The toll it took on her, it just completely transformed her. And now she is Bloodreina. To have Bellamy betray her and poison her, I mean, that scene, not only, like, that wasn't enough. She wakes up and Indra betrays her. Your brother betrays you. And then this woman who was your teacher and who was like a mother to you betrays you. And it's like broken Octavia. She's like full on Bloodreina. But at the end, she had her Bloodreina face on, and as soon as those doors closed, like, she let that weakness out, and she had the tear. That tear that she had, her eyes during all of this, just the emotion you could see in them was amazing. Surrendering is the one thing she has not taken into consideration, and I feel like that has a lot to do with what she became, or who she became, and a lot to do with the Grounder culture. Surrender has never been a big thing with Grounders. I mean, even under Lexa, when they made the treaty for Sky Crew to get the Mountain Men out, and they were like, let Finn survive, and Clarke told Lexa, show them how strong you are. And at a moment, Lincoln was like, the commander is offering to take just one life in return. If she doesn't do this, they'll have her head by morning. Like, they will kill her commander because they see weakness. There's a civil war going on in Eden. There's a civil war going on in One Crew. Dios is in trouble. Mercurius people are now in charge. And the deal for surrender is void. Then again, Octavia is awake, so surrendering wasn't going to happen anyways. Echo, Murphy, Raven, and Amori did a good job in starting a civil war. They found out later that they had negotiated for peace. But Echo is like, Octavia would never surrender, and she's right about that. I liked how Space Crew infiltrated the Eligius. We had Echo on Diaz's side and Murphy on McCreary's, and they were able to tear them apart. Echo's spy work's pretty good. Like, she's a good spy. And she's good in thinking in war situations and detaching her morals and her emotions from that. And so is Murphy. Yeah, he did a really good job in this episode. Murphy did really good in this episode in terms of starting a war. They left with Shaw. Raven and Shaw this episode. Oh my god. Oh my god, that flirting. Your personality. Maybe it's personality. She was like, okay, come with us or we kill you. How's that for lovely personality? Oh my god. They're adorable. I love them. And did Murphy look a little bit jealous? I don't know. It just might be my Mervyn ship. Just like making me imagine things. Diosa though is badass. She is 5 months pregnant and she is like over there like fighting people and killing them. And I think, well, she might have gone into early labor, but it's too early for her to go into labor. So it's probably just like everything that happened, and it happened so quickly, has affected her. Hopefully, you know, the placenta hasn't detached or anything and the baby's okay. When she was like, you're gonna kill your unborn child, and Mercury had that little hesitation and she took it and she was like, I don't know if it was a hesitation like, oh my god, I might kill my child, or just shock from the news and then like wouldn't care. I don't know, because Diosa stabbed him at that point. Vincent is loyal to Diosa, so Abby does have him on her side. He's probably going to help Abby escape. Even Shaw said apart from being a crazy serial killer, he's a pretty nice guy. There's probably more that happened in Eden that will come to me, but right now I can't think of. Just so much happened in this episode. Clarke was going to be executed. Bellamy poisoned Octavia to stop that execution. The algae put Murphy in a coma for a week, but one crew has medical supplies and they had a doctor. I feel like Miller knew that Octavia wasn't trusting Indra too much, just from how she made Miller captain of the 1st Battalion and how Indra didn't know about the worms. I mean, he didn't either, but for Indra not to know is suspicious. Oh my god, now that Jackson's dead, are we gonna see like Miller's reaction to that? Because like, my ship! I just realized my ship. All I can think about is that line where he's like, you're a healer, not a fighter, and that's why I love you. And he died healing. Bellamy's betrayal of Clarke. He knew Clarke didn't want the flame put in Maddie, but all he's thinking about is his family, which is space crew, who are in that valley. He said giving Maddie the flame could potentially stop a war because there were still people that was loyal to the commanders, and everyone who wasn't, she could turn like she did that guy. But holy shit, she was just like, the commander is back. Like, I know who you are. I know who your parents are. I know you served in the Royal Army and were faithful to me, even though it's a different person. The flame is inside her. So she is Lexa, she is Becca, she is all the previous commanders, which is just amazing. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't think she still wants to be commander. Clarke will probably get the flame out of her. Gaia. I haven't always been a huge fan of Gaia, but I really liked her in this episode because she didn't try to force the flame. And Bellamy calling Clarke out on, she tried to force the flame on Luna, and she took the flame to get the City of Light, and she was going to take the flame after she became a Nightblood, not knowing if it would work or not. He was telling her that to be like, and now Maddie's going to take the flame to stop this war. And she was like, this is different. And the reason it's different is because of her heart. Because Maddie is her daughter. And she is not going to let anything bad happen to her. And she doesn't want to. Oh, and when she slapped him. She's so pissed at him right now. Like, he endangered her daughter's life. And when she was like begging him, like, don't do this. And she was like, you promised you'd protect her. You promised you'd keep her safe. And he was doing all of that. Like, her heart was breaking. As long as Octavia remains in power, Maddie isn't going to be safe. And Clarke was like, okay, leading with her heart again, I'm going to go kill Octavia. But Octavia, leading with her head, was like, you kill me, my people retaliate. My people retaliate, the other people will fight civil war. My people will try to get Maddie. If she brings Bloodreina back out, then everyone who's loyal to Bloodreina will remain, and those who are loyal to the flame will probably be like back on Bloodreina's side just because of fear. Octavia's orders to that guy was to kill Maddie and Clarke, which I hate. I didn't like that. I understood it, just because if Maddie was dead and the flame was gone, then everyone who was loyal to the flame, she would no longer have that issue. It's kind of like Diyoza trying to get rid of McCreary. You know, that struggle for power. But then Clarke shot him. Even though he did turn his loyalty back to the commander. She killed him because she was still worried. You know, she doesn't want Maddie to be commander at all. Like, she wants to get that flame out of her head. Nyla's loyalty to Octavia, I really like that, because Nyla in the past seasons was always, like, very peaceful. For her to be behind Octavia, who we see as ruthless and doing all these horrible, morally questionable things, but to see Nyla follow her, I feel like says a lot. Just how, like, having Cooper following Octavia after what she did in episode 2 says a lot about the character development. They changed so much that they followed Octavia, and obviously something happened for them to do that. It pisses me off because I knew that taking out Octavia wouldn't solve anything. There are people who are loyal to her and they would fight. People are like, oh, they just have to take out Octavia. They just have to take out Octavia. Okay, and then what? Then you're going to kill all her followers? You kill Octavia, now you have to deal with all the followers who are pissed that you killed off their leader. Like, that wasn't going to solve anything. It was just going to create a civil war. I mean, you did have the Eden card where you're like, okay, Bloodreina is dead, but look, we can go to Eden and we can live in peace. Maybe that would have stopped some of them, but there are still those hardcore loyal people that are still going to be pissed if Octavia died. But yeah, I feel like in the arena, I feel like Bellamy's going to win just because of his character, and I feel like Indra will probably try to save Gaia. Indra being, you are as much to blame as I am for what Octavia became. And apparently during the Dark Year, like, I still need that Dark Year episode. I'm so excited for that. But in the Dark Year, obviously some dark shit went down, because no one will talk about it. Octavia doesn't want to hear a word about it. It looks like there's a law saying that you cannot talk about the Dark Year, especially to Octavia. She kept them together during the Dark Year, and she became who she needed to be. I love Octavia. It's no surprise. Nothing new. I've always loved her. I think her character development is amazing, just like from how she was in season 1 to season 4, and now this dark path. She's now in this dark path. This progression of her character into the darkness is just amazing. I mean, it sucks because she's not a very nice person right now, but it's amazing character development. War-wise, strategy-wise, not too much happened just because it didn't focus on the external war. It focused on the internal one of one crew's 2 sides divided and Eligius 2 sides divided. Joan Miller saying there's only one crew in the enemies of one crew, when she was like, the delegates should come, like, you know, the delegates should now rule together. Like, without Bloodreina, they fall apart into clans again. I feel like that's what I was trying to say. The worms. The worms are in the rover. No, they must have had a backup. Anything I didn't say, I'll put in little notes, like always. I'm going to be out of town for the next month. I'm going to go visit my mom. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I think I'm going to be there until 100 ends. But yeah, I will try to continue the reactions. Yeah. Hopefully I'll see you next week for another episode of the 100. So excited. Like always, 10 out of 10. Holy shit. Like, each episode just keeps getting better and better and better, and I cannot choose a favorite episode. Great episode. Loved it. Oh my god, I can't wait for the next episode. I'm gonna die. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe if you want, and thank you for watching.